with everything that Refugio has been through, with Henderson being injured, with the hurricane, how do you think they're going to do in the playoffs, and how do you think they match up with Mason?
So you're asking kind of two separate questions.
Two different questions, but they're sort of linked.
They're inextricably linked.
Yeah.
As far as a team from a on-field perspective is concerned, they are in the mixer of one of the best teams in the state in 2A Division I. It is either them, it's either Mason, or it's Mart. Mart has the advantage of being on the left side of the bracket, which is helpful. Mason and Mart are going to beat each other up. As far as how they match up with Mart, or Mason rather, that is a very interesting proposition because they are kind of... It used to be, when Refugio was running that kind of offense, that wide-open, spread-it-out offense, that was a team where it was really easy to say, hey, it's a clash in style, it's going to be interesting. Well, no, they kind of play the same way now.
Right.
Now, Refugio's size this year is supposed to be pretty good.
Right.
Which is
just in general,
yeah.
One thing that I'll point this out for Refugio fans and Mason fans, really, one thing that Cade Burns, head coach of Mason, told me over the summer is the thing that drives him craziest and the thing that is hardest for them to overcome against Refugio is Refugio's size. Yeah. He talks constantly about how hard they work in the weight room because every time they meet up with Refugio, they're just bigger.
Yeah.
He's like, it's just who they are. The kids over there are just bigger, and they feel like they get out-muscled a lot in the trenches, and that's really something they've worked hard on in this last offseason because they feel like they have a special group and they want to make the most of it.
Yeah, I think you're exactly right. And so this team right now, as much as we talk about, the trenches, the thing that Mason has done particularly well this year is that they have just mollywopped people defensively. Their defense has been really, really good. And so they're going to be able to match up, at least speed-wise, with Refugio on the outside.
Yep.
So then it gets back to the trenches, and look, right now, I would make Mason a very slight favorite. Very, very slight favorite. But I also did, but that's basically a coin flip type game. These are probably in some order, depending on what you think of Mart, number 1 and number 2, or number 2 and number 3 in the state.
Yeah.
I'm really, really bullish on both these teams. If you're asking me who I'd pick right now, I'd probably take Mason, but ask me again in like 15 minutes.